working Coldwell Banker with
What
the
are you
Mojo
doing?
Group.
How long you been drinking?
Too long.
Wow. Okay, so
I'll get
Thursday,
on my roll.
Thursday at 7 o'clock at the Liberty Wells Community Council, Rosie Bain, you specifically. There's a public forum. They got a unanimous approval on the milk block. It's like fourth east, 9th south, big, beautiful redevelopment. There's still 4 live workspaces that are not leased in this space, but I know the people doing it, they do incredible stuff. They did like Manolis, they did fresh, they're like the 9-line peeps. They would just love our support. So 7 o'clock, if you go to the Liberty Wells Community, it's at Tracy Aviary, but it's on the Liberty Wells Community Council. And it's just a cool thing to like market to clients. If you've got clients in Liberty Wells, great thing to send out to your SOI. Then Saturday, the 20th, they're doing the lease signing event. 2 speakers, Kathia Slayman, who's the developer on this project, and then Mayor Mendenhall. And again, good luck for the support. And I thought it'd be really cool for your clients. So
What time is it on Saturday?
the Saturday one, I don't know if they announced the time just yet, but if you go to the Liberty Wells Community Council on Facebook or whatever, you'll, I think they just barely uploaded both events today. I could be wrong. But I'm 100% going on Thursday at 7. The gal that is doing it all, she's the very first on the forum, so we can go and share and support, and then you can go.
So it's a city council meeting?
It's kind of like that, but it's a community council,
Okay.
kind of like the ballpark community council or Liberty Wells Community Council. So anyways, thought it'd be good marketing to send out your SOI, and they do amazing, really cool stuff for communities, and they've got all the approvals, and so you can kind of be on the cutting edge of letting people know about it.
Awesome. Okay. Thanks, man. Yeah, we'll wrap over. Sure. Okay. You guys, Steve Black, Florida, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. National speaker. He's already been out to, you've done Park City, I believe, right? You done Park City or Ogden?
oh yeah, we've been in Park City. I was with Ogden yesterday. We all over, yeah, all the offices.
Well, I'm gonna turn this over to him. He's here to, you guys, how we're gonna make this the best year. So take it away, Mr. Steve.
All right, how's everybody doing?
Great.
I don't know if I can screen direct over there to this TV. So while we're getting that up and running, otherwise I'll just go in through here. It just won't be quite as good for the screen. All right, so my name's Steve Black. I'm visiting from Tampa, Florida. Who's ever been to Tampa? All right, I live in St. Pete Beach. So now you got a friend down in Florida. Everybody grab your worksheet. Circle my number at the bottom.
Let's try.
My number is 407-790-1141. 407-790-1141. Who doesn't have a worksheet? Could I see a raise of hands? Awesome. Let me get a couple more. Okay, write down my social handle up at the top of the
Take this away.
worksheet. My social handle is @SteveBlackSpeaker, @SteveBlackSpeaker. And if you want to find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, that was it. It's all the same. It's Steve Black Speaker. I own SteveBlackSpeaker.com. This is what you call universal branding. And it's your first lesson today, because that's what you need to do. Who already has that in place? You got the same social handle across all the networks. You own your name or a version of it as a .com. Okay, if you don't have this in place, you aren't memorable. If you aren't memorable, you're not going to get as many referrals as you should. Does that make logical sense?
Yes.
So I've got a 12-minute video inside our Facebook group. Who am I? I lead the Success Summit seminar that has turned the globe over the last decade. You may have heard of it. Agents would come from hundreds of miles away, pay thousands of dollars to hear us do our thing. I now also run the Business and Social Media Success Series, where we get together once a month for a live masterclass. We just did an incredible module on how to use ChatGPT to get 3 to 5 hours back a week in your business. Who's using ChatGPT? Can I see a raise of hands? 4 of you. Okay, I'm in the right office. So I'm going to tone it down a level, but we're going to also give you a lot of content. So,
Need to be one favor. Will you
Yeah.
also share 2 teams?
yeah, sure.
That way they can see this here, but then
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
can see it as well.
So I'm going to shut my Zoom down and let me go to Teams. All right, and if you're out there and, can they see it on Teams? Awesome.
Yes.
So, we're gonna spend about 45 minutes together. I'm gonna go really fast, so put your cell phones down, let's zero in. I promise you're gonna get at least 5 ideas today that can help you double your income. Let's start out with going to the gray box. Everybody write down a goal. How much money do you want to make in the next 12 months? Is that our camera?
Yeah.
Go ahead and tilt it. All right. So your new year starts today. Do you want to make 200,000, 300,000, 400,000? What's a good high realistic number? Okay. You haven't noticed the market is percolating again. Client yesterday got 3 offers in her property. But she's doing things right. She's doing reels when she lists the property. She's marketing it. One of them was her client. Maybe she'll get both ends of the deal. All right, put down how much money you want to make. Put down in the next 5 years, how much money do you want to make? And I know that's a hard question before some of you have even had breakfast. But if the stars align, you make $1 million, you make $2 million, you make $5 million cumulatively over the next 5 years. Who are my veterans? Who's 5 years or more in the business? Could I see a raise of hands? Awesome. Who's less than 5 years in the business? Who's not answering any of my questions? There's only 2 choices. All right, so new people, let me explain real estate to you. It's not go sell a house and make $10,000. So that's beautiful. It's go sell a house, make $10,000, stay in touch with that person. 5 years from now, put your sign in the yard again and represent them again. Now the relationship has went from being worth 10,000 to 30,000. And if you do it right, if they respect you, they really, you got raving fans. You get a couple referrals a year from them that say, hey, you sold my friend Michelle a house. Can you help me sell mine? So that relationship's worth a couple 100,000 instead of one and done. And Michael, unfortunately, one and done is more the norm than not. I saw the numbers at the Board of Realtors. You know, when we interview buyers, do you like your agent? 89% of the time, absolutely. Only 11% of people use the same agent that they used 5 years ago in Salt Lake last year. What happened? Maybe homie stole them. Maybe, you know, they sold the open door. Maybe their spouse got a license. But the number one thing that you have control of is keeping the relationship going. And if you can learn some simple social media strategies, where to play the game, what to post, you're gonna sell more. It's inevitable. This isn't optional, it's essential. All right, so with that being said, everybody write down 2 90-day goals. First 90-day goal, how many listings are you gonna take? I know Michael likes that one. How many listings are you gonna get in the next 3 months? And you're gonna like this even more. Nobody write anything less than 6. If you're full-time doing this business and you're not doing 2 listings a month, we need to talk. If you want to get 2 listings, you need to have 40 conversations with homeowners. Call up people in your sphere, you know, say, what are you doing for Memorial Day? Did you go to, what'd you guys do for Johnny's graduation? You talk about life and then you talk about real estate. And you know what happens? They say, funny you're calling. We were just thinking of you. Want to get a new place before the school year. Activity equals productivity. I'm going to show you how to use simple social media strategies to springboard these conversations. I call it turning content into conversations into commissions. All right. And it's not a tech thing. Some of you young guys are really good at pushing buttons, but you don't have a clue on the other side how to make money with it. You got 8,000 views, but did you sell a house? I got the strategy that's going to help you sell a house. So everybody write down those goals. Who set a goal to do better than they're doing? Can I see a raise of hands? Who wants to make more money? All right, put your hands like this, everybody. Pray about it. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Don't laugh. All right. All right. 100% participation. If you put only 2 choices. If you put the left thumb over the right thumb, please stand up. If you put the left thumb over the right thumb, please stand up. Yeah. All right, everybody look around. Our research shows these people are more intelligent than the average person. All right, have a seat. I just lost half my room. All right, if you put the right over, put the right over left, please stand up. What's your name?
Wyatt.
Wyatt and the rest of you, our research showed that you're the sexy people in the room. you guys. Why, it's like I knew that.
Why did we get 40,000 TikTok followers?
All right, everybody put your hands back together and flip your thumbs around. How's that feel? A little weird, a little strange, a little uncomfortable. Feel sexier? Right.
I mean, all day.
So anytime you try to do something different, it's difficult. So I'm gonna roll through this. Some you're doing, some you're not, you know. First time you go do a reel, it's gonna feel awkward. Who other than me doesn't like the way they look or sound on camera? Could I see a raise of hand? I coach gorgeous agents, I coach ugly agents. They all feel the same way. I don't like the way I look or sound. But we get them in a group, we teach them to push buttons. I'm like, how was it? They're like, it wasn't so bad. First time in 10 years, I had somebody tap me on the shoulder at the supermarket and ask me a real estate question. I like the way this is headed. So with those 5 things, write these 5 things down. Write down number 1, personal branding. Number 1, personal branding. Number 2, we'll talk about the right place to play. It might not be where you're playing. Number 3, video marketing. The right way to use it. Number 4, quality content on a consistent basis. Underline the word consistent. You think most agents and affiliates are consistent or wildly inconsistent? You right? Like I had one lady, she goes, I'm signing up for your course. I said, why? She goes, because it happened to me. I said, what happened? She goes, ran into a client from 6 years ago, was shocked to see me. I go, what do you mean? She goes, she heard I died during COVID. I said, that's horrible. Steve, that's not the horrible part. The horrible part is she just sold her condo for 480 and bought a house for 700. Well, ouch, what'd that cost you? She goes, over 20 grand. I go, why didn't she look you up? They tried. I'm the one that hasn't posted on my business page in 18 months. They thought I was dead. She said, I'm not going to do everything you teach me, but I'm going to get my 15-year-old to help me be and use your calendar to be more consistent. And number 5, ultimately, you got to get good at sales. And long before social media, I was touring the country with some of the best speakers in the world, like Zig Ziglar, Tom Hopkins, Brian Tracy, and we were teaching people how to sell. And guess what? Everybody's calling us now saying, can you teach our agents how to sell? Because there's a whole lot of agents that have never had to sell real estate because real estate sold itself for the last 8 years. True or true? Mm-hmm. So with that being said, let's start with personal branding. I'm going to take you inside a masterclass that is one of the first ones I'll have you do. 8 teams, you know, this little thing gets in my way. Hold on. There you go. Hold on. Did I mention I hate teams?
You do the pin and then unpin, sometimes it goes away.
Get rid of it. There, let's use, there you go. Gosh, just need to ask the right person. All right. So anyways, we've got the module on personal branding. This will be a 52-minute class. This is one of the first ones I'll have you go through. For those of you that have ADD, you can watch it 1.5 times speed, get done in 40 minutes. At the core of this, you'll discover what your niche is. See, the success in marketing means that you go from I'm talking to everybody to I'm talking to somebody specific, right? Whether you're the hyper-local realtor in Sugar House, whether you're the luxury agent, whether you're the agent that focuses on seniors, you're gonna get multiple content buckets, but you got to reverse engineer it. Like if she puts out content from her partners, like, you know, people we taught her to follow, like Senior Living Magazine about Medicare deadlines. She has this little like senior mafia thing going on where there's like 12 of them and they get together at a coffee shop once a month and they exchange leads and opportunities. Well, she gets 3 referrals a year from each of those 12 people. That's 36 deals a year. She goes ahead and does things like video interviews, the assisted living facility. And we don't call that, are you old and about to croak? Because nobody's going to watch that. We say, got aging parents, got questions about assisted living? We're here to help. And then people like my sisters are typing in, what's mom's housework? And you have somebody who can help sell her stuff. These are strategies that'll work for you, but you got to define your niche. If a senior found this, is there a connect or a disconnect? Connect. I looked you guys up on social media, on Facebook. I wasn't saying this. I saw a picture of Coldwell Banker, a picture of a kitchen, picture of a house. Not a lot of 9 out of 10 of you don't have your contact info there. Write that down. Contact info on your covers. just another way, whatever device they're on, that they can then pick up their phone, text you and say, I want to know what my house is worth. You're going to want the same branded image across the network. So like on Facebook, I'll give you these templates. So that means if you're fast, it takes you 10 minutes tonight. If you're slow, it takes you 15 minutes. You get your stuff looking good. You resize it for LinkedIn, and now we got it going on. Let's try it again. This is Teresa up in Ohio. And their luxury looks a little different than luxury here. But she's like, Steve, I'm sick of people with 550 credit scores looking for double wides. I said, where are you getting those? She goes, realtor.com. I said, and she goes, add insult to injury. If I don't call them back in 5 minutes, they've talked to 3 agents. I go, take control of your marketing. I go, I want you to get some pictures with your team that look luxury. She goes on her first listing for $1.2 million, gets it against 3 other agents. She says, why'd you choose me? They go, we researched you. We feel you're better suited for the luxury market. This agent in Houston, she did 6 deals in her first 4 months because she went ahead and made her stuff look good from the get-go. People aren't asking her, how long have you been in the business? They're like, we researched you. We like what we found. Imagine what I'm going to do to sell your house for top dollar. So new agents, you can diffuse that bomb, how long you've been in the business, by making your stuff look really good. And, you know, we work with people across a wide variety of niches. Digging a bit deeper. Who's got a branded hashtag that you're the only human on the planet using that hashtag? So this isn't, you know, I love Utah. That's not a branded hashtag. What's your first and last name? Crystal Griffith. So maybe it's Crystal Griffith Realtor. Maybe it's Crystal Griffith sells UT. But she's going to go back to all the posts that she did before she met me, and she's going to add that. Yeah, you can edit those old posts. Now she's going to put that hashtag right in her Instagram bio. So when a 35-year-old buyer is researching her and saying, is she credible? They're going to look that up and they'll be like, whoa, I think I found the right gal. This Crystal looks like she got it going on. I know 10 agents, but probably trust her more than I trust my cousin, my friend's wife, my wife. Anyways, so you need a branded hashtag. Write this down, Crystal. I want sold by Crystal Griffith. That's exclusively for the properties where you represent the buyer or the seller. Now they're interviewing a Keller Williams agent, they're interviewing a Remax agent, and they say, they're telling them we're not doing anything until we talk to Crystal, because you pre-sold them. Does that make sense, everybody? Some of you are losing $10,000. You don't even know you lost it. They cancel the listing appointment. You see another person sign in front of the yard 2 days later. It's because you didn't do this. Or maybe it's because you didn't set up a highlighted story of all the properties you sold. So anyways, here's a list of pictures. And if you like this list, just send me a text, 407-790-1141. I'll shoot this over to you when I get out of the meeting. And so this isn't this, Crystal. It's this, putting a sold sign on a house, you know, getting your calculator and getting a nice picture, you putting flowers in a vase with the mountains behind you. So just send me a text. I'll send you those pics. Here's a Coldwell Banker agent south of Atlanta, about 60 years old. She's like, Steve, I can't get a photographer out. I go, shoot a picture in your cubicle. If you see the fire truck, take your sign out there. Michael, she goes from I want to quit real estate to one of the top producers at her office during COVID. All because she started doing some of the stuff I'm talking about. We talk recruiting. Why would somebody want to work with you? Because you got a beautiful office. So let's get some pictures at the desk, some pictures of today, some pictures sprinkled around, and then people are messaging you, can I come by and see the office? So this is Tim Smith. You might have heard his name dropped if you ever went to Gen Blue. Did 300 million out in California. How much do you make if your team's doing 300 million? He sold a $12 million house to an actor straight off of using the right hashtag. Do you think he's glad he learned how to use hashtags the right way? This young agent in Vegas, picture's worth 1,000 words. She didn't take this on the spot. So everybody write down, I want you to get 30 to 50 lifestyle success pictures together by 4th of July. That means you're going to get together in groups of 3. You can hire a photographer. If you're the kind of agent that doesn't like to invest in their business, then you got a 15-year-old that lives at your house for free to follow you around town. He wants a new pair of Nikes. You got him covered. You're going to take some pics. Okay, we're going to put the money munchers to work. Charity. The higher you go in price point, the better this works. She gets 10% of her commission back to the charity of the client's choice. Imagine going up against that. Why should I do business with you? Well, one of the things is I'm going to give 10% of what I make back to charity of your choice. If we did business, who would we be donating to, right? It doesn't have to be 10%. I've got a veteran in Miami, he gives $300 to suicide prevention, but he went from selling 10 homes a year to selling 55 homes a year because people in the veteran community know he's the guy. What about this strategy? This strategy is so powerful. Write down next to video on page 1. Write down, this is called authority video. I want everybody in this room once a quarter to interview your favorite loan officer. I want everybody in this room once a quarter to interview your favorite title rep. I want you to interview an inspector about what really a meth inspection's about and how to deal with it if it comes up. There's issues that people have questions about, and you can borrow their authority. She's borrowing his authority. This guy's been doing loans for 15 years. If I showed you the video, it's a joke. No, but that's good. That's what you do on Facebook Live, because we're not trying to reach you. We're trying to reach me. You're trying to reach me. Trying to reach the old rich guys. They're on Facebook. Young buyers, they're on Instagram. That's a 90-second or less reel, much less.
Yeah.
Right. But this, she got over 2,200 views, didn't invest $1, sold 7 houses. A lot of them came from his database. Because I teach you to broadcast to your partner's database. He's been doing loans. He's done 1,000 loans. He knows a lot of homeowners. People were messaging him, hey, I'm thinking of selling my house. Do you think I should use that blonde lady, Lisa? Yeah, she's amazing. Have her represent you as well. So if you could sell 7 houses, who would go out there and do a 15-minute interview with your loan officer if it gave you $150,000? Because that's what we're talking about. 5 of you. Okay. Write this down, everybody, at the top of your page. I got you covered. You're hungry. Write this down, everybody. Goya, G-O-Y-A. Do they sell Goya beans here in Utah?
Yes.
I ain't talking beans, Krista. I'm talking get off of your anatomy and do the videos. And let's see how it works, because it's going to work. Some of you have been thinking about this stuff. How long have you been thinking? A couple of years? Unless we get you in a program where we can teach you to press buttons, teach you what to talk about, and you can see people not as good looking as you doing it, you're not going to do it. So I want you to actually take action on this stuff. Now your pictures start looking like this. Sometimes, Michael, agents' minds are real small, right? I'm up in Logan yesterday. Went to Ogden and went to Logan. I was about almost to the Idaho border. It was really country up there. Realtor looked at this, goes, Steve, I don't like to dress that way. I said, how do you like to dress? She goes, I'm a country girl. You sell a lot of land? She goes, primarily. I said, get on your tractor with your computer and let's have some fun. Let's take some pics. Tell your story about being the rural realtor, right? I was just on a webinar, people selling property at the lake. Get on the boat with your fishing pole and your phone and let's have some fun. Tell the story of who you are. Now, this gal's Instagram, and these 12 pictures, I could tell you who she is, what she does, where she does it at, because her bio's complete. I looked some of you up on Instagram. I would call you secret agents. I wasn't really sure if you're even in real estate. I get it. But look, she has a picture of her dog searching for homes. You're smart enough to know if I start showing you examples of what's working for other people, maybe you're not listening to Tony at the water cooler anymore. A lot of the people giving you advice aren't making money. Everybody repeat after me. I will not take advice from anyone who makes less money than I want to. And then conversely, you seek out mentorship from people that are actually working with some of the better people. So anyways, let's go to the second page. We're going to talk Facebook. Now, a lot of times when I get with a young, savvy group like this, I'll get the hands going up. Hey, Coach Steve, Facebook's not cool. It's for old people. Anybody ever heard that? Yeah. And I'm like, you're absolutely right. But who owns most of the property around here? People over 40 or people 22. So it goes from being cool on TikTok to maybe putting out quality content in the format that Facebook wants, the long video, etc. With that being said, there's a big move, I don't have to tell you, towards short form video. So even on Facebook. So Facebook, we got two sides of the fence. Go on the left side, just say, connect with everybody. Your new intake question, when you meet a buyer, you're working with the seller. By the way, are you more active? What network are you most active on? Oh, I'm a Facebook guy. Great. I'm gonna send you a friend request. I'm an Instagram gal. It's okay to follow. Yeah, I'll follow you back. And you start connecting up with everybody. Veterans, if you're not connected to at least 90% of the people you've done business with, that's our top priority. Now, if they're in Cabo, you can say, have a good time. If they're on the golf course, you say, hit them straight. They're grilling, you say, looks delicious. You're staying top of mind without being intrusive. You're gonna have privacy in your life because you're gonna put people into friends lists. Write that down on the left side. This is an underused feature. Michael, I teach you to take that shoebox of business cards you have of all the agents in town and put them all in a list called local agents. And while you're eating open in the morning, I got you liking their posts, commenting, hashtag rockstar. You're giving them more attention than their broker is. Guess who they're calling in December? And all of you, why would you want to be connected to realtors? Because you will never have a listing expire. You're 30 days out. You can quickly share a post, privacy setting to local agents, bring all offers, $1,000 bonus, whoever brings me in on. We used to do this with flyer services. Now we do it through proper use of social media. Right side, have a great looking profile. Here, here's my favorite template we give out. This is a brand new agent in Dallas, literally just got her license. Again, does she look like a brand new agent? No. So you're gonna have this template. If you're a pretty gal, maybe go ahead, put this in, drop some photos, put your number on it, resize it for LinkedIn. So if the wife looks you up on Facebook, the husband looks you as a Delta guy and he looks you up on LinkedIn, when he Googles your name, he finds this. Honey, go with her. She looks amazing.
The wife wouldn't say that.
No, the husband, the husband would. I hear what you're saying. But the reality is, guys, happy wife, happy life. You got to go ahead and appeal to everybody. And when I call people, you know what I saw when I looked you guys up on LinkedIn? Blank. 9 times out of a couple, you still said you're teachers or whatever you were doing, working at the hospital, tech guy. Right? Oh, I don't use LinkedIn, but it's up there. People are finding it. Either make it look good or get it off of there. All right. And if you have a common name, this becomes even more important. Do they find you or the same person that has your name that is in Ogden? So let's move to Instagram. So we're going to make our profile look great. We're going to grow our audience. You're going to put out content on a consistent basis. You're going to set up a content calendar. Those are all good tips. Question.
This is your business page on Facebook. Is that correct?
This is your Facebook personal. This is your Facebook business. Connected. Here's what I saw when I looked you guys up. You marked that your employment is Coldwell Banker in New Jersey. So what happens here? I'm looking for a house, or let's say Saturday morning, you know, I go come over here. If this said Coldwell Banker, the message goes to New Jersey. What's your first name?
Deborah.
I'm looking for Deborah. I want to know what my house is worth. Deborah, when are you going to get that message? Never. If you have it marked that you work at the office, when the office opens on Monday, if you have it set up that it links to your business page, 9 a.m. on Saturday, 9:05, you're calling them back, you get the listing. This is so important. It's so easy. You just need to figure, 12 minutes, I'll have everything. I'll show you how to set everything up. All right. So now we're all going to go over to Instagram, only because we're short on time. Otherwise, I'd spend the whole day with y'all. So Instagram. First thing, one profile or two? One. One for most of you. If you're 23, you're wild and crazy, let's just make that a private account. And then let's set one up that you look a little bit more professional. So when the old guys are looking you up, they aren't offended by what they see. For everybody else, why dilute your audience, Deb? It's half personal, half business. You're in 70% of the pics. What's going to get you more engagement? A post that says sold, or a picture of you and your clients holding up your sign, not the loan officer sign? You're gonna go to Etsy, you're gonna get a sign made with your social handle, your phone number on it. You're gonna get a mug. Hey, guys, no more advertising Yeti. They're not paying you. That Tumblr there, we're gonna get your social handle on it. We're gonna sneak it in the post. I love it. You're gonna have a killer bio that tells me who you are, what you do, and where you do it at. Again, I'm gonna pull up that new gal only because her stuff is set up right, not because she's doing anything with it yet. When we look at a killer bio, that's a killer bio. It tells me in less than 100 and something characters what her hashtag is, what company she's with, how to reach her. Remember I said own your name as a .com, looks better than that big long Coldwell Banker URL that you've been posting, right? All this matters. I looked you up. I'm an agent in California. Just in California doing a talk for the border. They heard I'm coming to Utah. Hey, find somebody in Utah, let me know. I said, why? Oh, I got a lot of people moving out that way. I said, what's important to you? Number one thing I would hear from young agents is they're active on Instagram. Kind of shocked me. I said, what difference does that make? Oh, I wouldn't refer if they're not on Instagram. Why? They're not relevant. I don't think they do a good job for my customers. So everybody stand up if you would. Honest survey. Honest survey. If you don't have an Instagram, please have a seat. If you do not have an Instagram, please have a seat. Am I losing you or not? Or just rearranging your chair? All right. All right, so you guys are doing good. You got the Instagram. So if you don't have an Instagram with at least 12 pictures up there, please have a seat. And there were a few of you. I saw you had 2 pictures. You're better off not having an Instagram if you only have 2 pictures. Because I looked, if an agent from Coldwell Banker, California looks at it, they're like, she's not using it. I wouldn't use her. She's probably not in the business anymore. So your homework, thank you for your honesty, is just to get some pictures up there. Easy.
Got it.
All right. So for those of you still standing, if you do not have a bio with your phone number in it that tells me you're in Utah, you're with Coldwell Banker, and that you have a phone number, please have a seat. Really easy. Your homework, Deborah, is to go ahead in the next 14 days, write down A14, get a bio up there.
I need help.
So those of you that are, you don't need help. You need me to send you over to Michelle's profile, copy and paste, have it done before we leave. We go to the parking lot. All right. So now, those of you that are still standing, if you don't post at least 3 times a week on your grid, hopefully do a daily story, please have a seat. Okay, those of you that just sat down, your homework over the next 2 months is to post at least 3 times a week, hopefully do a daily story. Picture of the mountains, picture of a lifestyle, picture of a house. There's your 3. Those of you that are still standing, if you don't do at least 2 reels a week, please have a seat. All right, let's give these 2 a hand. So if you're going to be successful, especially with Instagram, consistency is the key. So let me, I want everybody really to post 3 reels a week. So I'm going to take you to the social media calendar I'll give you. For those of you that move forward, if you don't move forward, set this up on your own. Not fun, takes 10 hours, which is why you haven't done it. Social media, holidays, all the other good stuff you need to be doing. And strategically, what are you going to do? Like those lifestyle pictures. They could be on your Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, depends who your audience is, who you're trying to reach. They could, here's an older agent out of Coldwell Banker, Austin, Texas. This one post got more engagement than all of her other posts that her assistant that she was paying $300 a month to did all month. Because her assistant was posting chicken soup recipes and content that they had bought of pictures on cliffs in California. There wasn't a connect with her local audience. All right, so maybe that'll be an idea for you. Maybe it's something as simple as this, just holding your calculator, telling your story. Now, it's cool to copy this, Deborah. It's not cool to copy this. So let me blow your mind right now. So I have a module on ChatGPT. Do not be the person that says, oh, I know it, because you don't know it. I show 15 different things that an agent or an affiliate can do to get 3 to 5 hours a week back. One of them is this. So let's say you were gonna do this picture, Deborah. Your second thing is, oh, I hate writing captions. So you're gonna come over here to ChatGPT and you're gonna say rewrite for a sugar house realtor and Salt. Actually, I might confuse it with that. So let's just leave it like this for now. Salt Lake City.
See what it takes you.
Yeah, right. With emojis and hashtags. Now you'll have this on your phone, on your browser, so you could dictate in there, problem solved, Deborah. Talk again, and I'm gonna move you to the background. Right. Always, there's always one, right? Here you go. Here you go, guys, right here. You know those little cute emojis that take you so long to find? And Deb, now it's not. It takes you so long. It's just put your 15-year-old to work, have them do 60 of these, post for the next 70 days through Meta Calendar and rock and roll. Maybe add your hashtag. Here, the thing that I hated doing when I was a realtor and I used to get fined, I hold the record in Florida for the person that got fined most often for not getting their MLS descriptions in it. You procrastinate on what you don't like to do. Deborah, you don't procrastinate on shopping. You procrastinate on MLS description. So what? Right. Watch this. Here. Watch this. Here's your new listing process, people. You have it right in your MLS description. You like this, Deborah, right?
Yeah.
And you got to be careful. It might say walk to the mall. That's a HUD violation. You say walking distance. So you got to have your eyeballs on it. It's not hands off. So now we got the MLS description done. Really well. Well, want me to shorten it? I can shorten it. Yeah. Anyways, we got this. It's writing it better than you can. You could shorten it to 200 words. So I would do an MLS. I would say, then I would go ahead, grab my phone, Deborah. I take 7 pictures of a house or a few video clips. And now you're going to create a reel. So you're going to go over to my list of templates that I'm going to text you later today. And if it says classy upbeat, that's code name for not rap music. And you do this. Can you upload 7 pictures for me, Deb? Now you got this.
None of my listings look like that.
We need to talk. Mute, set to music, timed out.
Ignore the recycle bins in the kitchen.
Right. All right. So now you got that going on. Now what are you going to do? You're going to go back to ChatGPT and you're going to say for him, rewrite as short Instagram post to post with your reel.
Do you have to pay for this?
No, free.
You should be.
Yeah, my red lipstick. It thinks you don't have to.
Sir, right here. Now we shortened it for Instagram. 1, 2, 3, just took 3 hours of work off your hands. You go enjoy your life. Either you're with it moving forward or you're not with it. Let's go to the first page. Right? I want to talk reels. So reels. Who here has never done a reel? Thank you for your honesty. So what's your name? Michael. Michael. First thing we're going to do, we're going to teach you to press buttons. Everybody write this down. First 22 minutes of the deep dive to reels class. I hired the best person in the world. His name's Coach Jerry to teach you how to push buttons. It's going to take you an hour to do that. You're going to watch that first 22 minutes on your computer and you're going to have Instagram open on your phone. Pause the video, find the button, learn how to put the words up, do the green screen, all that. Then Deborah, we need to work on strategy. What are you going to talk about? So let's go to the calendar. So we'll go to my list. This list is constantly being updated. What's 250 buy in the market? What's 500 buy? What's $1 million buy? Change the prices. In Austin, we changed it to $500,000, $1 million, $2.5 million. This is evergreen content. If you do it right, Deborah, it's good now. It's good in 2025. It's good in 2027. Just don't change the hairstyle too much.
That's asking. more.
Right. Top 7 restaurants in Sugar House might be a good one. Here's one you don't need a teleprompter for. Who wants listings? What's your name, sir? Randall? So this isn't I'm Randall. This isn't I'm with Coldwell Banker. This isn't I'm in Salt Lake City. He will scroll right past that so fast that you won't even know that he was there. You're going to jump right into this one. Thinking of selling your house, one of the questions on your mind is, should I paint? Depends on the color, condition. Here's my number. I look at 100 houses a month. I'll give you my honest opinion. More importantly than if you paint, though, are the colors you choose. There's 3 trending colors buyers will pay a premium for. Message me, I'll get them to you.
Right.
That's your thumbnail, by the way. 3 colors buyers will pay a premium for. What's a thumbnail? I'm about to show you. And every time you post that, Randall, you get 3 to 20 inquiries can have the pink colors. This is not what the young kids are doing. This is what you need to do. All right?
Do we
But-
give those about them signing something?
Give it to them. And if they're in California, do we give it to them, Deborah? Share the love, right? You got a teammate in California that could come, give them their opinion, referral fee. Here, who's working with first-time buyers? Anybody have that as one of their niches? Crystal. So you're gonna do this one. How long does the home buying process take? So I'm going to show you a Lehigh realtor who helped teach the master class. She's getting sometimes 150,000 views on her stuff. Again, learn from people that are learning, that are doing it. So I'm going to take you over here. I give you about 15 accounts to follow. She's one of them. She's right over here in Lehigh. Now, if we look at this, what do you notice about her reels? She's in most of them. Write this down. Double down on your brand. In a world where artificial intelligence, apps, homing, you've got to double down on you're more important than them going around you. What else do you notice here, everybody? Thumbnails. So I want everybody, these aren't captions, just thumbnails, but I hear what you're saying. So these are thumbnails. You put an image there. Why do I click on it if I don't have a reason to click? So picture you, thumbnail, we're going to directly increase it. She's doing lots of these. She's doing 3 a week for the last year and a half. That's why this one here got 111,000 views 2 days before we taught the master class. Get an echo. Short, to the point. People are watching it twice. They're taking a screenshot because it's quality content. Yes, Instagram knows. Background music, those 5 things, you go from 200 views to 2,000. Why am I not at 120,000? Because you're not doing them all the time. She shows up, red carpet is there, she's back, show it to as many people as possible. You did 1 2 months ago, they're going to drip you out. So consistency is everything. So here's your homework, everybody. Write down, I want everybody to do 5 non-talking a month and 5 where you talk. So that might be an example of a non-talking. This might be an example of non-talking. This might be a right, non-talking. Maybe something like, how long does the home buying process take? Monthly market update. Percent more engaged. Five talking, 5 non-talking. Now my students that sell 4 to 12 homes a month have time to do the 5 videos. And the reason they sell 4 to 12 homes a month is because they do the videos. So here's our secret. You sit down, Randall, for 30 minutes and you film your 5. We're not worried about putting the captions up. We're not worried about how to get that stuff there. We're just worried. Here's green screen. You know, Utah was just rated the #1 state in the country. You know that, right?
Yes, yes.
Who did a reel about it? This is where you get a screenshot of the article, then you come over here and you do a quick reel.
Not just there.
All right, so I've showed you about as much as I can show you without blowing your brains out. So go to the front page. And I want everybody to be honest with themselves and grade themselves on a scale of 2 to 9. How are you doing at all the things we talked about? 2 means I've never done a reel, but I'm coachable and I see the potential. 5 means I'm doing it, but I'm definitely not getting the kind of results I want. 9 means you are getting those results and you could be teaching this class. How are you doing at Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn? How are you doing at number 3, video marketing? How are you doing number 4? Do you have a content calendar? Are you consistent? And number 5, sales skills. Ultimately, all this, direct mail, social media, is so we can talk to more homeowners. And if you can't close, you'll make 0. How much you make if you almost sell a house?
Same.
Less than 0. You waste your time. Almost a commission. Right answer, Dan. So write these 4 words down. Write down the next step is. What's your name, sir? Andrew. How old are you? Thank you. Awesome. Love it. I got a real estate when I was 22. I got fired by the time I was 23. So when you're showing a house, Andrew, I don't want you to say, what do you think? Everybody write this down. First step, you turn on the emotional light switch. Andrew, you say, what did you like most about the house? They say, I love the location. You say, other than that, what else do you like? They say, I love the open kitchen. You say, it sounds like we're on the right track. Body language, not like this, like this. Yeah, it's the best one we've seen. Life does not get any greener. Any veteran's going to tell you, ask them to buy. So you say, the next step is, do you want to write a full price offer? Maybe come in a little above asking, make sure we get it. And then shut up. They're going to look at you, Andrew, and they're going to say, I like it, but I think it's overpriced. Anybody hearing that objection lately? So what do, Andrew? You do the opposite of what you feel like doing. Most men want to answer objections. You want to empathize with it. Women do this naturally. Congratulations, ladies. So everybody write down when you hear an objection, 1, 2, 3. 1, you empathize with it. So Andrew, you say, Steve, I appreciate you being upfront about that. Step 2, you question it. You say, how much too much do you feel it is? Step 3, SHUT, UP. Back to shut up. I look at you, I say, Andrew, I think it's, I don't know, 25,000 overpriced. What do we do now? There's lots of things I can teach you to do now. The most effective is build trust and keep momentum going. Sound like a plan? So write this phrase down. If I'm understanding you correctly. Ladies, how would you like it if your husband said, so quit trying to fix your problems when you come up with something? Just say, hey, if I'm understanding you correctly, this is what's going on. Oh my God, where'd this guy come from? Huh? Andrew, most important words with a woman. If it makes you happy, it makes me happy. Second most, I made a mistake. It won't happen again. Ladies, I do male training on Saturdays. So Andrew, you say, hey, if you, how much too much do you feel it is? I said, I don't know, 25,000. You say, so if I'm understanding you correctly, you really like the house. And if it was 25,000 less you considered, I go, I'd probably buy it. You say, the next step is let's write an offer you're comfortable with. You want to come in at 580 or maybe we come in at 575, work our way up. I'm thinking more like 550. Don't argue. You say if they accepted the offer, would you want your closing on the 1st or the 15th? Do you have a good inspector that you want to use, or do you need me to recommend a few that are good and reliable? And you're on your way to closing. So I hope that helps you. Give yourself a score as I wind down. Grade yourself on sales. Now look at your scores. When you get better at this over the next 2 years, you're going to do a once-a-month live class. You're going to have direct access to me. You get stuck, you run an ad, it gets rejected. Tell me what happened. I'll put you in touch with the right person. I'm going to put you in a group with 3,100 people, realtors. Like 800 of them are with Coldwell Banker. So connect with my agents in Dallas, connect with my agents in Colorado, connect with my agents in Seattle. If you can't get 6 referrals in here, you're doing it wrong. Who thinks they'd make more money if this was their scenario, if this was their reality? Everybody get your hands up. I will guarantee it. but none of it matters if you don't have the right attitude. So go to the 4th page. And this is your new morning routine. I know your current morning routine, by the way. You pick up your phone, you look at it, and 7 a.m. quickly turns into 9 a.m. So your first 59 minutes is about you. Number 1, write down jump out of bed, positive affirmation. So tomorrow morning, you're going to be a little more excited about your business and your life because we spent this time together. Everybody stand up if you would. Stand up. With confidence and belief, everybody say, this year will be my best ever. Awesome. All right, say, if it's meant to be, it's up to me.
If it's meant to be, it's up to me.
Say, social media is easy.
Social media is easy.
Say, I'm amazingly consistent.
I'm amazingly consistent.
Say, I'm a video queen.
I'm a video queen.
I'm a closing machine.
I'm a closing machine.
All right, have a seat. Number 2, hydrate, drink more water. This is, I'll do 13 present. Hey, I was the guy that used to start my day with two Mountain Dews. I weighed about 50 pounds more than I do today. I switched to water. Number 3, I brought exercise back in my life. Write down every morning, exercise for 15 to 30 minutes. Slow walk in your neighborhood. You might meet some homeowners. If you live in a bad neighborhood, walk fast, but get on out there. Number 4, feed your mind something good. I was interviewed in a podcast. I said, they said, what's one thing a realtor could do to be more successful? I said, quit watching the news.
Okay.
And number 5, gratitude journal. Teach your kids, your grandkids. You'll change your family's destiny for generation. 1%, grow, grow, grow. Cold Banker teaches you a lot. And then I've taught more Coldwell Banker agents than any human on the planet how to do this stuff. 444, I want everybody in the room to read at least 4 books this year. Second 4, audiobooks, podcast. I drove to Logan. I knocked out a bunch of episodes on my way back. Last one, learning programs. About half of my students come to me. They're in Tom Ferry. They're in Krista Mashore. They're in Brian Buffini. They're doing something else. And then they find us. And they're like, I wish I found you because before I found them. And I go, why? They say, well, A, you're more current. B, I can get a hold of you. And C, it's a lot more affordable, especially the way we got it priced today. But even if it costs you $10,000, it's just part of what you do. Because if I can make you $100,000, it's a good ROI. Write down, I want you guys all to set up a digital calendar in the next 14 days. I want you to revamp your profiles. With those first 2, for the people that move forward, that's not going to take you a long time. I'm going to give you the tools to do that. And then I want you to record 5 videos in the next 30 days and continue that. If you do those things, you're going to make a lot more money. And if you don't do it, it's going to cost you a lot more money because people are going to forget that you're out there. They aren't going to respect you or think of you in the way they should. And so here's my invitation to join us in the Business and Social Media Success Series. We need 2 to 4 hours a month to get real results. I'm thinking more like 3 hours. So that's a live masterclass. It's about an hour and a half. We're on Zoom together. If you have questions, hey, I tried to change my handles. It didn't work. What do you guys think about my logo? We have all that going on. We're teaching you in those classes. Write down, they're always the 2nd Monday of the month. So the next one is June 12th, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. If you miss it, it's recorded. What's going to happen? You're going to sell more homes, so you're going to have more closings. Some of those closings will fall on a Monday, so you won't be at the class. It'll be in your portal. And then the money on it, it's $5,000 tuition for 2 years. That ends up being about $250 a month. I don't know of a program less than $750 a month that compares to this. That's for your friends. That's for anybody you know that's like, I got to get better at this stuff. You're like, I met a guy from Florida, has a great program. Reach out to him. Here's what I have for the first 12 action takers today. Everybody go to the next page. We're going to give you our $5,000 program, which includes the monthly live masterclasses, the templates you need to make your stuff look great, your profiles. You're going to be in the private Facebook group. We're going to get continuous training, sharing trending sounds, sharing templates, connecting with other agents for referrals, and you're going to get the social media calendar and content for this year, next year, and the year after. $5,000 if you're a procrastinator, $599 if you register today. I had somebody yesterday at Coldwell Banker Ogden register, and they thought it was $5.99 a month. I go, no, ma'am, it's $5.99. She goes, are you kidding me? She goes, that's only $25 a month. I go, I think they underpriced it as well, but we're not here to make money. We're here to create success stories. I've been doing this 30 years. I'm a household name in Florida. I'm a household name in Texas. I haven't done this kind of stuff out here in 30 years. So they're trying to get my name out here, and you benefit. We give you all the stuff you need up front, and then we continue to drip it on you to keep it current. We're going to be teaching about Google My Business. We're going to teach you about YouTube ads. We got a whole bunch of good, great stuff coming down the pipe. If $5.99 is too much to bite off, that's your 2-year investment, nothing else to buy. We can break it up into 6 installments of $99.84. If that's too much, we do $75 a month for 8 months. If that's too much, you do 10 installments of $60. And if you can't afford $60 a month, you have a garage sale. And you raise the money, because this isn't a money thing, it's a commitment to yourself. Who got something out of today? Could I see a raise of hands? Who feels like I'm leading you in the right direction, that if you did this, you'd be more successful? Who's thinking about being my next success story and being one of our 12 people to get the discount? Could I see a raise of hands? So if you're online, go to successadvice.com or text me at 407-790-1141. They don't do the installs online. There's also an option, everybody, to have a one-on-one strategy call with me. It's normally $750 for 90 minutes. You're going to be with me for 60 to 90 minutes. It's Zoom. I record it. If you have an assistant, they'll be with us. We'll look at your Facebook, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, talk about your niche. If you don't have one, I'll help you find it. So if you added that on, it's $1,099. If you're just doing the base, the core program, it's $599 today. Either way, do one or both. So the order form's on the last page. I'm going to collect 12 of these. After that, I apologize. I'm not taking any more. Put your name, check the top box. That gets you the $599. The $5,000 program for $599. Check the second box if you want the coaching call. We'll do that in the next 2 to 6 weeks. Put your email neatly. If you're doing the core program, put $599 all at once. If you need installments, drop to the second line. Put $599, anywhere from 2 to 10 installments. I had an agent yesterday signed up. Steve, can you charge me June 1st? I said, what happens June 1st? She goes, I have a closing at the end of the month. I said, I'll sign you up today and I'll charge you June 1st, but let's fill out your paperwork. She said, okay. So she's activated and she'll get charged then. I could do all that. So, name, email, cell, credit card, expiration date. If you're online, text me. Let me get my head count. Who's definitely thinking about doing it? Could I see a raise of hands? You're already doing some of this stuff, sir. What's your name?
Brian,
Why are you doing it?
just believe in it. I like it.
Most people have been looking for something like this, and quite honestly, they're taught by, a 23-year-old kid, no offense, that's never done business. I've had a license for 30 years. I know what you're going through. I know your processes. I know your workflow. And if I just get you one referral, this pays for itself. So fill those out, Brian. I look forward to working with you. And you guys need a clapper. I keep talking. I'll be here for about 10 minutes and then I got to run down the road. Turn those in to me. Also, you have 3 days to cancel this. No questions asked. If it's not exactly, if your spouse says no, if it isn't in your budget, just let me know with a text by Friday. I'm going to email you, Brian. I'm going to text you, save my number under Coach Steve. Part of the deal, anytime over the next 2 years, Deborah, you got a question. Hey, I'm doing my logo. What do you think? I'm like, I like this, but let's ask the group. So bring those up to me and I'll get you started. Thank you so much. Thank you.
My credit card number memorized. Can
Go get it.
I know you think I'm a big shot.
All right. Why are you doing it? So accountability. So I'm going to get a list to Rosie and she's going to set up an accountability group. So you meet with me the second week of the month. Rosie, let's have everybody that's in the program get together at the end of the month. And that's where you sit in a room. Hey, I took these great pictures. I know a photographer. He's like, Randall's like, I got stuck. I didn't know how to press this button. You're like, that's easy. And you guys learn from each other. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'll get you the list.
So the social media calendar that's good for 25, like you don't have 25's calendar up, it will be relevant, right? Okay.
We do it every year because every year the strategy.
So Three's calendar is on the.
Yeah. Next week on January 20th. And your job is to customize that. You know, you're gonna put the balloon festival in Park City, if that's part of your marketing on there.
Okay.
You're gonna put the Sundance Festival on it, you're marketing the people that are relocating here.
Yeah, I do, but I need some, Michael Jordan as coach.
Well, here's the thing, everybody, the two people that we applauded for are both doing the program. If you weren't that person, you're gonna do the program.
Wish they still have that.
Yeah. All right, we got 4 spots left for this group. Who else is holding onto a form? Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go down and come up.
Yeah, okay, I'll make sure you're one of the first 12, Joyce.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Give me your email. And I'll send you one. And we'll open up a few more spots.
Yeah, no, Michael and I used to help with recruiting. This is more, we don't want to compete with our agents, right? Call other.
Same stuff.
Is it?
Michael as the brand. Why do people want to work here? So if you guys want to do it and I'll give you a free coaching. And then we'll talk recruiting.
The second week.